class is in session and Professor Santos will be teaching you everything you need to know about paid subscription sites. Alrighty, so I have my trusty Miu Miu pointer, and yes, this is from Miu Miu. I bought it on the website, last one, the only one to ever exist. I'm so sorry. But hey, I'm Cyber Steph, or you could call me Steph, and I'm here to teach you guys everything that I know, all of my own personal experiences with paid subscription sites such as OnlyFans, Fanhouse, and Fanly. Those are currently all the paid subscription sites that I'm on. See, we're not gonna count like Twitch or YouTube, because although those are technically subscription sites, you get the gist of the genre I'm going for. I went to Instagram and Twitter and asked you guys to ask me some questions. If there's anything that you guys wanted to know of what these platforms are like, my experience. So we have a lot of topics to hit today. I picked questions that if you are really looking to start, or maybe you've already started and you're not really sure what you could do to improve, or if there's anything that you should know that you don't know already, this video is for you. Question number 1. What are the differences between each website and the reason that you are on them? Currently, I am on OnlyFans, Fanly, and Fanhouse. We'll start off with OnlyFans, since OnlyFans is basically my first love, we could say. I started off when I was 19, back in 2019. That's when I started my OnlyFans career. And OnlyFans, I would say a key difference with OnlyFans in comparison to the other apps is, first off, they take 20%, and they also have a different terms of service. I won't lie to you, I haven't read in detail the terms of service, so if you came here for that, I'm very sorry. But I would say OnlyFans has a different terms of service compared to Fanhouse, but it's very similar to Fanly. If you go back to my OnlyFans 101 video, all the basics are there explaining how OnlyFans works. I highly recommend, because I really don't want to reiterate a bunch of things that I have in a prior video. Also with OnlyFans, they don't have an app, and I don't know why. They're taking 20%, but then they can't get us an app, but fine, it's whatever. So essentially what I have on my phone and what a lot of other creators have is basically just, it looks like an app on your phone, but it's just like a link and it'll take you to the OnlyFans website. And OnlyFans also, you know, you could have like promotions on there, you can give free trial links. And also with OnlyFans, I don't think that there's much discoverability on there, if I'm being honest. If you're not constantly promoting your OnlyFans, or if you don't have like a monstrous following that people are going to be, you know, searching for your name and OnlyFans next to it, you probably won't grow too much on there. And that's just my opinion. Maybe other people have experienced something different. So I would say those are like key differences so far for OnlyFans, because at the end of the day, a lot of these apps, it's the same thing. So Fanly is similar to OnlyFans, similar terms of service. So on both of those apps, you can show nudity, you can do, you know, pornography, solo stuff, but you could also do lewd. There's definitely a market for that. Send mass messages on both. And also Fanly and OnlyFans, they both have a vault type of system. So when you upload content, they watermark it, and also it's kind of saved in, like, I guess you could call it like a Google Drive almost. So let's say you want to resend out a picture, or maybe someone's asking for a specific video that you know you have in the vault. It's easier to go there and upload it because it's already rendered and processed than waiting for it to process and render through your camera roll. Like, I promise you, before they had that, or I think there was a time where I couldn't use that feature, I don't know, it was like in the beginning of the apps, it took so long just to like send a message, like a mass message. So that's some of the similarities with Fanly and OnlyFans. Fanly, I would say key difference is obviously like the aesthetic. I know it's not that important, and I feel like, you know, that's a cool little factor on some of these apps that I think is a pro. Fanly, it's similar to OnlyFans, honestly, I would say, but they have like a dark mode feature. I don't know if anyone is interested in that type of stuff. However, the main key difference with Fanly in comparison to the other app is Fanly has a feature where people who are interested in your profile can either subscribe to you, or they could follow you for free. This is very important because a lot of people have like free OnlyFans and a premium OnlyFans, and I've always wanted to step in that territory, but I know I'm not the only one who thinks this. Running 2 OnlyFans accounts, like, that's a lot, especially if you already are on Fansly or Fanhouse, who knows however many other sites you're on. It's a lot to keep track. So I feel like this feature with Fansly is honestly amazing because it's all in the same place, as it should be. And there's also very good discoverability with Fansly, I will say. I literally don't promote my Fansly at all. It's in my link tree and that's about it. I really promote my OnlyFans, and I think I promote my Fanhouse more than I do my Fansly. And I've gone from, I think when I started, I'm not gonna lie, I did make a Fansly back with that whole debacle, and OnlyFans was kind of giving creators like a warning that they were gonna remove anybody who was doing explicit stuff. And I do lewds only, but I felt like some of my content maybe, I don't know, I wasn't sure if my content would pass the new terms of service that they were thinking about. So I made the Fansly just in case, you know, I wasn't gonna put all my eggs in one basket either. And I think when I started, maybe like the first month, I gained, I think 2,000 followers on Fansly, but I think that was simply because I did tweet out like, oh hey, I made a Fansly. And the first few months I was promoting my Fansly, but ever since then, I have not been promoting it, and I've gone from the 2,000 followers to 7,000 right now. I've gained way faster in my other social medias, Instagram, Twitter, but this is like a paid subscription site. It's its own app by itself, and those 7,000 people are people that you can promote to, that, you know, you can maybe entice to subscribe. Or a lot of the times people don't want to subscribe to you, they just maybe want to purchase something every now and then if something like piques their interest, or they just want to follow you for the free content, which I'm happy about because I feel like any form of support is helpful in helping your page grow. If you post every single day and you're consistent, you will gain the following slowly but surely, and I feel like that's the best way to go about it. I feel like people really want to go 0 to 100 and just blow up overnight, and we're gonna get a little spiritual here, you know, just briefly, but I really feel like sometimes the people that are craving these things, craving a lot of money, craving a lot of following, you're not ready for that, you know? Like, it's good when things are slow builds. You're slowly getting used to this lifestyle. You're slowly learning from your mistakes. You're not going from 0 to 100, and that could possibly be catastrophic on your mental health, or, you know, you don't know what to do with all that money, or you don't know what to do with all that attention. Trust me. But this is just my advice, because I just feel like sometimes we get a little bit ahead of ourselves, and, you know, just, it's okay. The growth will come. Another key feature about Fansly is the media permissions. So already we have some media permissions with following. You know, you could select when you're posting on the timeline, you could pick, okay, if someone wants to see this photo, they need to be following me and they need to subscribe. And I think that that's really dope, because then once again, you could have the free page, you could have a tier where they have all access, you know, they don't have to pay anything extra, or you could have a media permission where it's following, subscribed, and they have to pay you for your content, and you can kind of treat it like a pay-per-view type deal. You can also send out mass messages, and you can also charge per message. Like, I feel like with Fansly there's a lot more features, and you could personalize your profile. I think it's really creator friendly in comparison to OnlyFans. OnlyFans, I still love you, but it's a little toxic. It's a little bit of a toxic love there, I won't lie. Fansly, 100% really great for creators. You could also pick who can comment on your post, and this is a great feature because there are people that I would say the sex worker community calls poachers, and there's another word for them, but anyway, like poachers. So like they'll comment under your post, but they're, you know, they have their own page, and they're not commenting to support you, they're commenting so that other subscribers can go to their page, or sometimes they'll like your subscribers' comment under your post for the same reason. So look out for that, and that's why Fansly has that feature. So you could make sure, okay, only my subscribers can comment, only the people who follow me, only people who are followed by me. So I feel like that's a really useful feature. So now we're going to talk about Fanhouse. And Fanhouse, I would say, is slowly becoming one of my favorites, purely because, first off, one of the founders is just, she's amazing. I don't know if she'll even watch this, but I think she's great, and I'm really big on energies, so I feel like this app just has really good vibes. I know, so cringe, ridiculous, but hey, hear me out, all right? Not that OnlyFans has bad vibes, but it's just not the same. It's not the same as Fansly and Fanhouse. Like, with Fansly and Fanhouse, you feel as a creator that the platform does care about you, and they want you to succeed, and they want you to do good. And I feel like with OnlyFans, although it's great, like, great platform in its own, and I'm sure, you know, I thank OnlyFans a lot for providing me with the ability to earn my income, to pay my bills, to support my family if they need my help, to support my kids, my cats. But I will say that, like, the customer service support sometimes just isn't great, and sometimes there's people who will do shitty things, like subscribe to you and then they charge back, you know, and so they essentially just saw your content for free. And it feels like OnlyFans sides with the consumer a little bit more than the creator, and that's not a good feeling, especially when you're working your ass off, sometimes 5 to 9 hours, making content, editing videos, editing the photos, posting, answering DMs. But anyway, I'm getting a little off topic. So back to Fanhouse. Fanhouse, great platform. Real quickly, we'll talk about the aesthetics. It's just so good. It's like this purple color that it was originally pink, but this new purple is just so good. So I love like logging into the app, and it's just really refreshing to see. So Fanhouse has a way different terms of service, I would say, comparison to Fansly and OnlyFans, because I'm positive that Fanhouse does not allow nudity. It's pretty much wholesome to lewd content is what's allowed on there. But once again, when you guys decide to sign up, you could read everything there and double check. That's just my knowledge, you know, and I would say that the vibe, of course, is very different. I feel like the subscribers are way more respectful because of the nature of the content as well. It's just a lot of fun. And I do want to touch on personal brands. What do I mean by personal brand? Well, if you are a content creator like myself, you should know by now that you are creating an image online, right? It's no secret. You're creating an image online, and different people want to have different types of personal brands. They want to have different images that they present online. So someone that does explicit content, obviously they don't care if they're going and making content on OnlyFans or Fansly, because that fits in their image. But let's say you want to make extra content for your subscribers. Maybe you're a cosplayer, maybe you just really like lingerie and you're like, you know what, I want to show some pictures of me in this lingerie. Or maybe you're a model and you want to post some extra photography or snapshots. Whatever the reason may be, you want to post extra content and you want people to pay for it. I 100% understand if you don't feel comfortable posting on OnlyFans or Fansly because of the nature of the app, you know? Like, it sucks that there is a stigma, but it's the truth that a majority of the creators on OnlyFans and Fansly, they do explicit stuff. So I understand if you are, let's say, a Twitch streamer, or you are a YouTube creator, or you're just like a regular Instagram influencer, but you have a lot of brands who collaborate with you and they also have an image that they want to uphold. So I completely understand, all right? And listen, I'm saying this, I'm not bashing anyone, I'm not shading anyone. I literally support whatever walk of life you choose to pursue, as long as you're not hurting anyone. With me saying this, I really think Fanhouse is the best platform if you're looking to create extra content that's not explicit. And honestly, I feel like it's nice to have like on your resume, I guess, your influencer resume. But, and listen, I'm not sponsored, all right? I'm not sponsored by Fanhouse by any means, but I really do believe that if you are looking for, I don't want to say a gateway, but if you're looking to enter the space of paid subscription sites, definitely Fanhouse is the way to go, and it's just a different vibe. If you're one of those people that is really worried about like your image and your personal brand, Fanhouse is for you. Period. All right, I hope I answered that question. That question literally was like the whole video essentially. But anyway, do you get stalked often? No, I don't. I have a big following, but it's not like super massive at the moment. And also I'm just very careful. I don't post where I'm at until I leave. I do sometimes have like internet stalkers, just haters that, you know, like follow my every move online, which is the most creator friendly. So I feel like I already answered that, but to go a little bit more in depth, if we had to put a scale of 1 to 10 with these apps, and obviously 1 is the least creator friendly, 10 is the most creator friendly, I would say OnlyFans is at about like a 4. Fansly and Fanhouse are at a 10, because Fansly is very creator friendly, but I feel like creators might feel safer on Fanhouse because I don't think I've seen anyone's content be leaked off of Fanhouse. I really do think it has to do with like just the nature of the content and the platform itself. Like, it's just good vibes. Trust me when I say it's just good vibes. Like, it's a good time on there. I haven't had a bad experience with Fanhouse or Fansly. Do I enjoy working on these sites? 100% yes. If I could have a time machine and go back, and knowing all that I know now, I would 100% start my OnlyFans account right when I wanted to. It's just, obviously it's stressful at times, and obviously sometimes I do deal with individuals who are scummy, but that's life. Honestly, there's always going to be scummy people. There's always going to be people who judge you for what you do. So why not just do whatever the fuck you want? And what I want to do is post sexy cosplays and make sexy content for people who want to enjoy it and support me. But yes, 100% I love working on these sites, no matter how hectic or busy it gets. I just really think it's worth it, and I'd rather do this and create content than work like a regular 9 to 5. But a girly is still getting her degree, so if I change my mind in 5 years and I want to work a regular schmegular job, I can. So I'm not worried. Which site would you recommend for someone who's looking to start posting? So I essentially answered this question already as well earlier in this video. Definitely, if you're looking to start on Fanhouse or start on Fansly, in that order. Start on Fanhouse, see how you like it, and then go to Fansly if maybe you want to do more explicit stuff, or, you know, whatever floats your boat. And definitely with Fansly there's more discoverability, because I feel like a lot of the people that are looking to make this paid content, and this is just me making like kind of like a general assumption, a lot of the people looking to be these types of content creators have a relatively small following, and that's not an insult. That is not meant to be shady. It's literally the truth. So what do you call it? Like a micro influencer? And I just want to be very transparent and let you guys know that you're not going to be making like millions of dollars in one day like other creators have, because you don't have their following. And that's not to say that you won't get there. I'm a 100% believer that if you work hard, you are consistent, you will get to where you want to be. You just gotta work hard and be consistent. So start now. Don't wait any longer. Don't wait until the perfect time. Like, you gotta just start now, because I don't know, I feel like I just feel like everyone should at least give it a shot if they're comfortable with it. If you've been thinking about it, you're comfortable with it, you know that, you know, this is something that you want to pursue, I just say go for it. But not that I have anything against OnlyFans, it's just the discoverability just isn't great, and I feel like most people, when they want to start off doing this type of content and selling it, they kind of want to keep it on the down low, which I 100% understand that and I respect. I just kind of didn't give a fuck, and I was like, you know what, this is my job, and I'm like, social media I see as my job now, and I was like, you know what, like, I don't care what somebody thinks, because I'm not doing anything that I'm not proud of, I'm not doing anything that I'm uncomfortable with, so I'm gonna promote it on my main pages. But also, like, I don't have like family on there, so I understand, you know, like maybe you do have family on your page, stuff like that. But definitely Fansly, Fanhouse. I hope that answered your question. Did you have a platform before you started OnlyFans? Yes. Was it really big? By no means, I don't think so. So when I started OnlyFans, let me put you back in the scenario. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this also in my last video, but it's fine, I'll go over it really briefly. 19, right? And my biggest platform was Twitter. I was active on, I think, TikTok. I was starting to post on there, and Instagram I was starting to post a little bit more frequently, but Twitter was just like, I don't know, I just always loved Twitter. Like, it's just great. I could write my thoughts as they pass on and, you know, see hot people and like make friends. Like, I just feel like it's easier to make friends on Twitter and like, you know, maybe flirt and occasionally H-word tweet. I did have a platform. It was like 30K. I think I had like about 30K when I started. So 20 to 30K is when I started, and obviously some of you are gonna be like, that's a platform. And granted, yes, but it's not as big as what I have now, so that's why I'm kind of saying that. But I really do think that it does help. So if you are looking to start making content, if you want my honest advice, I would say this is like $1 million advice, just letting you know. Focus on growing your socials. Focus on growing your page. And you're gonna ask, like, how do you do that? Post like every day, post every other day, make content, like just put yourself out there. I promise you, you will grow because there's only one of you. You have your own unique personality, and clearly I feel like if you want to pursue content creation and be an influencer, you have something in you that spark, you know. And this is starting to sound like a motivational video, but I promise you, just focus on growing your socials. And I'm not saying wait till you have like 100K to make the OnlyFans. No, by no means. But, you know, maybe if you want to wait until you hit like 10,000 followers, you know, which I know that sounds crazy, but it's actually kind of not, especially with the algorithm these days. Like, there's certain hot words that could bring your content to more people's timelines. You know, certain images I feel like get really popular, so obviously a more lewd image, or like sometimes selfies pop off and they can gain you a couple thousand or a couple hundred followers, but that's just my opinion. All right, so if you have like maybe 2,000, 5,000 and you still want to make your OnlyFans, go for it. You know, like, you don't have to do everything I say verbatim, but that's just my opinion. Because if you are looking to start these sites and make like 4 figures right away, I just think that it's more reasonable to like wait and make content, maybe sell through DMs, and then make the platform, you know. But that's just me. That's just my advice. That's what I would recommend. This next question is kind of getting me hot, so you may not like what I'm going to say, but this question says, how can I convince my partner to let me start? And then they put in parentheses, insecurity issues. So I have gone through an epiphany lately, and it's kind of funny because it's an epiphany that I'm sure most women or men or non-binaries have gone through. I don't know, I just have this mentality right now that we're just so good on our own. People really blossom when they're single, when they're not with a partner. But I understand, you know, I would need more context, honestly. Like, let's say this is like your husband, or this is someone you've been with for years. But if this is someone that you just started dating, my honest opinion is leave and make your money. But I will, you know, be a little bit more reasonable. But I'm telling you, like, just dip and do your own thing, because I feel like a real partner would support you. But you're asking this question, you know, you respect your relationship, you want to stay in this relationship. I think that you should talk to your partner about what exactly is it that is making them uncomfortable about you starting creating content. Because I really do need more information. Because let's say like you want to start making like pornography or explicit content, possibly with your partner. You can't force someone to do that with you, and I 100% agree. You can't force someone to be okay with that, you know, because they got into a relationship with you and you weren't making this content, and then now all of a sudden you do want to make it. I see both sides, and I'm very big on, you know, discussing non-negotiables in a relationship, and this is starting to turn into relationship advice, fuck. Anyway, so maybe your partner's non-negotiable is, you know, selling content, and I feel like if you really want to pursue this, you're gonna have to be strong, and you might have to leave the relationship and respect your partner, you know, like. But that's just, you know, I really need more context, but you could maybe form a compromise with them and be like, okay, like, well, I could make a fan house and that's lewd content. I wouldn't be showing like my boobies or coochie, you know, and maybe they'd be okay with that. But I do know that there's just a lot of people who are a little controlling, and it's not even controlling sometimes, like people just have boundaries. And with that being said, I want to make a whole video on its own of like dating in the sex work space, being like a content creator that is on these sites, because that's a whole other like Pandora's box type ordeal on its own. But definitely just talk to them, figure out exactly what it is that bothers them of the idea of you making this content. What type of content would you even make it very clear to them what it is that you want and what you want to pursue. And really, from a friend to a friend, you should do whatever feels right for you. And if that doesn't align with whoever you're dating right now, I'm sorry, but I really think that you should prioritize yourself and not a relationship. But that's just me, you know. I'm keeping it real with you guys. Like, I just really don't believe in letting anybody hold you back. So, next question. Do you feel pressured or stressed when making content on OnlyFans, Fansly, etc.? So, I won't lie to you, 100% I get stressed. It's just stressful period, you know, making sure you're getting the right picture, making sure you look good, you know, maybe you're having an off day. Like, there's a lot of days I feel insecure and I still have to take photos. A job is a job, and I really do think that OnlyFans, Fansly, Fanhouse, whatever content you make, that is work. You're putting in fucking work to earn your money. And a lot of people think like, oh, but putting on makeup and taking your photos, it's so easy. No one said that it was rocket science, super difficult, but it doesn't mean that it's not work that we're putting in, that it's not tedious. So even if we enjoy it, work is work. So I do feel a little stressed, but I feel way less stressed than when I first started, because when I first started, I feel like I had something I wanted to prove, and I really wanted to work hard. I really wanted to make sure everything was perfect. And I feel like since I've been doing this for quite some time now, I'm a little bit more confident in myself and the content I put out. I just feel more secure in myself as a person, so that correlates to me being more secure as a content creator. So I will be honest, I have never felt pressured to do anything that I'm not comfortable with. Why? I want to say that my mom did a good job. I think she made it key to always say no if you're not comfortable, to speak up. And definitely I learned along the way to really just affirm my boundaries. So OnlyFans is no different, and I want to be the one to tell you if no one else will. If someone is messaging you saying that they're gonna send you $2,000 to FaceTime you naked, don't do it. Like, literally don't do it. Like, even if you do, like, just don't. Just don't. Most of the time, the people that are messaging you for nudes, they didn't read your bio and they don't see that you said nudes only. Because clearly, if you already are making explicit content, nudity, pornography, whatever it is, you already have a system. You got a menu, they know what exactly to pay for, like they know, all right? So these subscribers, because, you know, the majority are men, but, you know, it could be anybody. They like to play dumb. And they like to see if you are also naive, so that you take the money that they maybe will charge back. And they saw you, you stepped out of your comfort zone, you crossed your boundary for what? So I've never felt pressured, but it's because, first off, I'm like, how are you gonna pressure me through a phone? No, that's not how it works. And I'm very big on like customer service, being nice. Like, I'll be nice to you 100%, but the moment that you want to disrespect me and you want to make me cross a boundary. So no, I've never felt pressured. It's only happened a few times where I've had people beg me, like, I'm telling you, like, every week, just beg me, like, to like send them a naked photo that they'll pay. but it's just, that's not me. That's not worth it for me. Like, it's really not. Like, especially like the money that they're offering. I'm just like, I'm sorry, baby, no. So like, even if that happens, like, I would say restrict them or just ignore them, because I know that there are some really impressionable people out there, and I feel like with like enough, you know, convincing or coercion, they do it. And I'm here to tell you, stay firm in your boundaries. If you want to start making this content, I would write like, what am I not okay with? Like, make that list for yourself and stay true to it. But obviously you can revisit it maybe every year and see what's changed, because people do change and people do have different values, and you know, some people start off doing nudes only and they're like, you know what, I'm comfortable enough showing my titties, and that's perfectly fine. But if you're anything like me, I'm stubborn. How many times did I say I'm a Taurus? Take a shot. Anyway, I'm very stubborn with what I believe in and my boundaries. So like, if I say something, it probably won't change even in like 5 years, but you never know. You never know, who knows? I hope that answered your question as well. All right, I'm gonna answer one last question. I went on my phone real quick because I feel like I have enough information in this video, but I just wanted to have a little cherry on top. So someone asked, do you think no nudity content would still make good content, quote unquote, and good pay? Baby, I'm living and breathing proof that it is. And not even just me, like take creators such as Jessica Negri or Peach Jars or Jenna Lynn, which if you don't follow them, I would 100% follow them. I consider them the individuals who paved the way for us. You can quote me on that, you can call me ridiculous for saying that. I really don't give a fuck because it's the truth. Lewd content is good content. You have to have this mentality and also put in the work to make it a reality that your content is good. If you took a picture and it's blurry and you know it's not good quality, or it's not even like a cute outfit, that's not gonna be good content. You have to put in the effort to make it good. So like, for example, for me, I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek. I invested in good lingerie. I invest in good cosplays. I invested in like lighting. I have like a camera that sometimes I utilize instead of just my phone. I try to think of new and creative content that I can make for my subscribers that they'll enjoy. Stuff that really makes it worth, you know, them paying for this content. You really have to just find ways to make it like lewd and like sexy, and I don't know, just make it you. But yes, 100% lewd will pay your bills. Lewd will get you some subscribers if you want my honest opinion. There is a market for that. There are people who aren't really interested in seeing like naked people. They want to be teased, you know? Like essentially it's like a little tease. And I think that that's 100% okay. There is a market for that, I promise you. So if you don't want to do nudity, you really don't have to. I just love lewd. I'm sorry, like it's just great. It's a great world to be in, the lewd world. Well, I answered quite a few questions in this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want another video like this one, but I do have some exciting content coming along the way. I just want to be here to entertain you guys and give you some lessons, you know? Maybe I could do a little dating 101 with having an OnlyFans and such. So you guys let me know. But with that being said, love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed today's lesson.